the next part to the dark story behind Snow White. The first time that the evil queen tries to murder her daughter, she dresses up as an old peddler woman. If you're anything like me, I had no idea what a peddler woman was. Apparently this is just an old woman that sells merchandise. She knocks on Snow White's door and offers to sell her some lace for her corset or bodice or something like that. So the old woman comes in and ends up lacing her up and laces her up so tight that she loses oxygen. Thankfully, the dwarves come back in time to find this unconscious 7-year-old laying in their kitchen. They're able to untie the lace and help her breathe again. Well, to her dismay, the evil queen ends up realizing that Snow White is still alive, so she decides to go back in for a second day. The evil queen comes with new tricks up her sleeve, this time poisoning a comb, then on Snow White's door, but this time Snow White answers saying, hey, I can't let anyone in. I don't know if this was just like a really bomb looking comb or whatever it was, but the second she looked at this comb, she was like, well, I guess I'll get this one from you. Snow White lets this very mysterious lady just start brushing her hair with this comb. Snow White instantly passes out. Thankfully, the 7 dwarves are back again, and they're able to save her just in time by just simply pulling the comb out of her hair. And on the third day, whenever the evil queen found out that Snow White was still alive, she was furious beyond belief. Similarly to the original story, she ends up poisoning an apple and knocking right back on Snow White's door again. Snow White's like, I can't let anyone in, and I also can't buy anything from anyone because the dwarves told me not to. Not because she almost died 2 days in a row, because the dwarves told her not to. Unbeknownst to her, the queen, being kind of tricky, had only poisoned one side of the apple, so she takes a bite, for example, and is like, see, that's totally fine. It's a totally normal apple. Snow White takes it, takes a bite, immediately unconscious again. But this time, whenever the dwarves came home, they were not able to find a way to save her. Instead of burying her, they decided to keep her safe in a glass coffin. Well, a prince shows up one day wanting refuge with the dwarves. The second that he sees Snow White's body, he demands that he keep her for himself. And this just gets even creepier from here. Go to the next part.